Our names are Jason Stanton
and Raul Miranda.
and our biome for this project, as stated in the title, is the open ocean. For our project, we chose the open ocean. However, to simplify things, we chose a specific part of this biome. We'll be reviewing coral reefs, as they give many examples for what we need to touch on in terms of necessities and how life is in this area. The average precipitation, or average rainfall, is about 20 millimeters a year. The highest temperature of the ocean is about 24 degrees Celsius. The lowest temperature of the ocean is 14 degrees Celsius. This can vary during different months of the year. The ideal time for traveling to the open ocean would be during the summer, where it's warm climate and no rain or storms.
The defining biotic features of the open ocean include fish of all shapes and sizes, and autotrophs such as algae, phytoplankton, and kelp. The main adaptations necessary for life to occur our biome would be underwater breathing, or being able to survive without light, such as when plants start growing very deep in the ocean. An example of cooperation between species would be the clownfish living in the anemone. The anemone would normally sting any fish that comes near it, but the clownfish purposely stings itself with its tentacles and becomes immune to the anemone's poison. Our biome is globally important because it produces 50 to 80% of the world's oxygen, and also, as an added fact, it absorbs a lot of the world's CO2, which humans currently produce.
Some threats to this biome are global warming, human pollution, and boats. There are some endangered species in this biome, such as the sea turtle, seahorses, pipefish, sea dragons, and especially the soft coral. Coral is the most endangered part of this biome. This is due to its frailness. It is easily destroyed by boats and anchors. It could also be destroyed by pollution that makes the coral dissolve and corrode away. Climate change can be a threat to this biome. Due to this biome's warm waters, if it were to drop in temperature, it could affect the entire ecosystem that lives there.
So our daily itinerary will be, of course you need to eat breakfast, since you're gonna have to swim into the barrier reef, right? After we've eaten breakfast, we're gonna go down to the pier, and, well, we're gonna get into the boat, a boat of your choice. You know, the price will vary depending on what boat you want. If it's a fancy boat, it will be very expensive. If it's a little rickety-rackety boat, like a row your boat, then it's gonna be real cheap. After we get in the boat, there will be some scuba gear already there for you since the day before we put it there. With the scuba gear, we will be able to dive into the great ocean and see a barrier reef right off the coast. So that's like, I think it's about 50 miles from here. After we've reached the Great Barrier Reef, which, by the way, is off the coast of Australia to the east of it, where we will be able to see great schools of fish. We might even see, we'll probably see some sharks among them as well. And if we're very lucky, we will see a whale in the distance. After we've spent enough time there, we'll return to the boat and go back to the pier, wherever you're staying. The cost of this trip, well, it's gonna vary than what you're gonna do. You could go to your local beach and ask if there's a reef, and then get scuba gear, get a sheep boat, and it'd probably end up being like $300 expense for one day. If you're lucky, I mean. If you're lucky. Otherwise, you might have to get into a plane and go into a different nation or state, and that would probably end up costing you around 3,000 or more, since it's go and return trips. As for State Department warnings, I don't think there should be any, but you could get stinged, poisoned, or eaten. Or maybe even storms could roll in, but we'll be checking the weather to make sure that doesn't happen. You should bring goggles, oxygen tanks, things, and any other related scuba gear, so it's easy for us to get into the water and swim down.